Hey guys, Luke here, and I'm here to preview round 18 of the 2015 NRL season. Now, who can believe it's actually up to round 18? Not too long left. Obviously, we got, what is it, eight rounds left, something like that, before the finals. So, top 8, it's sort of, it's at the point where all these teams need to win. Bulldogs, like all those ones who are sort of just on the brink of the 8, or sort of just in it. And also could, make or break some sides, whether they can make it into the top 4 or drop into just the 8. In terms of all the games, we got Canberra and Newcastle, we got Penrith and the Roosters, we got Bulldogs and the Broncos, we got Warriors and the Storm, we got Cronulla and St George, and we got the Titans and Manly. And how there's the betting odds, I was just reading it off there. I'm not really going to go too much of that because I'm not really a fan of the betting. But anyways, the first game is Raiders versus Knights. Now, I think Raiders will absolutely flog the Knights. As long as Raiders don't play crap, I just can't see Knights playing too well. Especially like Mullen hasn't played for a while. I don't think Tyrone Roberts has played for a while either. Beau Scott didn't have a great Origin. He's going to be backing up. Although Gagai had a great Origin, so I don't know. I don't know. I just really like the Raiders side at home on a Friday night, a cold Friday night. You would assume. I think they'll have way too much. So I'm going to say Raiders 13+. The next game is the Panthers taking on the Roosters. Now this should be a cracker, I think. Two solid sides. Panthers obviously not been outstanding or anything, but they're starting to find a bit of form. They're playing okay. I'm liking Watene Zelezniak at fullback. Sal and Wallace getting a few more games under their belt. Coruscant's, obviously as well, also getting a few games under his belt. The backline quite young, but seems to be doing the job, and Bryce Cartwright playing outstanding lately. You're up against Roosters, who've got quite a few backing up from Origin. Jennings and Pearce, actually, Cordner and Guerra as well. So they got a fair few players who played on Wednesday night, and then having to go and play on Saturday. It's a few days rest, but nonetheless, it's still going to be tired for them up against Panthers. I don't even think they have won, so they're going to be really fresh and they're going to be good to go, I reckon. So with that, I'm going to say I think Panthers will get the win. I think they'll win it 1-12 probably. Moving on to the next game, the Bulldogs and the Broncos. I think this should be a really good game. You got Broncos who are on top of the ladder up against Bulldogs who have been in some pretty good form lately. And obviously both sides have a lot of players who were playing in State of Origin. For the Bulldogs, there was the Morris boys, Hawkinson, Clemmer, Jackson. And for the Broncos, they had obviously like Darius Boyd, Sam Thaiday, Matt Gillett, Corey Parker, a lot of players. So going to be some tired bodies on the field. It'd be interesting to see who actually backs up. I think that's the main thing. For the Bulldogs, I'd love to see Hawkinson rested and Josh Reynolds come in, but I'm not really sure if that will happen. I think the Bulldogs need the Morris boys to back up desperately. I think we really need Brett Morris to come in, and I'm not actually going to comment on like winning and stuff because obviously I'm going to pick the Bulldogs. So yeah, anyways, I think Broncos got a great side, and it should be a good challenge just to see where Bulldogs are in terms of like, are we a contender for the premiership, or are we sort of just making up the numbers at this stage? I hope it's the first. Moving on to the next game, it's the Warriors taking on the Storm. Now this should be a really good game as well. You got the Storm, Cameron Smith, great game in Origin. Cooper Cronk, great game. Will Chambers, great game. So all the people who played for them all played very well. And the Warriors, they had Jacob Lillyman who killed it the other night. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I know he's a good player, but I didn't think he was that good. Warriors at home, so they've got the home field advantage. They don't have to travel, so that's good for them. And I can see Warriors winning this one. I just think maybe Storm with they rely on Smith and Cronk and all that so much, and if they're like fatigued and stuff, while they're really good, but just if they're too fatigued, I don't know if they'll be able to carry them enough for them to get the victory. And I think Warriors should be good. Oh, I forgot Ryan Hoffman as well, also playing. Well, if he does play, he got injured in Origin. I doubt he'll play. I'm not sure who'll come in for him. But I'm expecting a Warriors win. And I'm also 13+. I think Warriors, when they win, they tend to win big. Next game is the Sharks taking on the Dragons. Now, Sharks, they've actually been looking pretty okay as of late. Not fantastic or anything, but they've looked alright. Taking on the Dragons. I'm pretty sure something like if the Sharks win, they can like overtake the Dragons. So that's pretty crazy. That's a pretty big drop for the Dragons. Just I don't know, a month ago they were coming first, but I do have to say it. I think it was to be expected. They were overachieving and sort of coming back down to reality, I'd say. But I mean, it's definitely a winnable game for the Dragons. Sharks, like I said, have been in pretty good form, but they're not that good. I don't know if Gallen or Annis, it'd be interesting to see if they all back up. Dragons will. Oh my God, what's his name? Trent Merrin. He's going to be ruled out. He's already suspended. He's going to be out for a while. Dugan picked up a little bit of a knock, maybe, but he'll probably end up playing. You'd think that they need him to play. I'm going to pick the Sharks because I think they'll be least affected by Origin. That's purely what it's based on, who I'm picking. And I'm going to say 1-12. I think it'll be tight. Last game I was around is the Titans taking on the Seagulls. This should be a good game as well. We've got a lot of good games in here. We got Manly, who had a really strong win last week against Titans. They haven't been great, but they're at home, so yeah, I'm not really I'm expecting Manly to flog them, to be honest. Just Titans size just all over the shop. Hoffman and Mortimer in the halves. Chad Redman hasn't played a lot of first grade, and just I don't know. David Mead hasn't also played a lot of fullback. It's a very young side. Titans, that they really need Caesar or someone to come back. If I'd feel a lot more confident in Titans if they had like a proper solid half and not Josh Hoffman at 5'8". It's that they do have potential to put on a lot of points, but I just can't see it happening. So I'm gonna say Manly to win 13+. I'm expecting a huge win. Cherry Evans finding some form, and yeah. So that's where the video's gonna end. Obviously here round buys, you got the Eagles, Cowboys, Rabbitohs, and Tigers. So obviously they're not playing, and I think we should be all good for next week and for the rest of the rounds. Anyway, so the video's going to end. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you can leave a like, be very much appreciated. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, and do all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.